Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Blade Warband. This is a game that I've played for a couple of years now. It is by no means a new game, but it's one of my favorites. It's done by Paradox Studios, Paradox Interactive. I can never remember how to properly pronounce the name, but like most Paradox things, it's really good in one or two areas, and some other areas it's lacking in. But the things it does, well are done so well that for me anyway, I can overlook the other issues. So anyway, this game is about starting out. You pick a character. You're in, I believe the land is called Kelradia, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I'll look when we get into the game. And it's about surviving in a medieval society, more towards the warrior aspect as opposed to like farming and everything, but still. Alright, let's start a new game. Yeah, and it goes through this little story. So, welcome adventure to Blade Warband. Before beginning this game, you must create your character. Traditional medieval society, dominated by male members. This does not, however, that you should not choose to play a female character, or one who is not of noble birth. Male nobles, a somewhat easier start, but women and commoners can attain the same goals. Okay, so I'm not exactly great at the game. We're just going to play a male this time. You were born years ago in a land far away. Your father was an impoverished noble, traveling merchant, veteran warrior, a hunter, a steppe nomad, or a thief. My father is going to be a veteran warrior. As a child, your family scrabbled out a meager living from your father's wages as a guardsman to the local lord. It was not an easy existence, and you were too poor to get much of an education. You learned mainly how to defend yourself on the streets, with or without a weapon in hand. You started to learn about the world almost as soon as you could walk and talk. You spent your early life as we're gonna say shop assistant. So all of these are going to have are going to affect my traits, my stats, and I don't know what they are. For as much as I've played, I've never actually mapped out what they do. But anyway, as a boy growing out of childhood, you apprenticed to a wealthy merchant, picking up the trade over the years of working shops and driving caravans. You soon became adept at the art of buying low and selling high, and leaving the customer thinking they'd got the better deal. Then as a young adult, your life changed as it always does. You became, you know what? Became a game poacher. Though the distinction felt sudden to you, somewhere along the way you became a man, and the whole world seemed to change around you. Dissatisfied with the common man's desperate scrabble for coin, you took to your local lord's own forests and decided to help yourself to its bounty. Laws be damned. You hunted stags, boars, and geese, and sold the precious meat under the table. You cut down trees right under the watchmen's noses, and turned them into firewood that warmed many freezing homes during the winter. All for a few silvers, of course. But soon everything changed when you decided to strike out on your own as an adventurer. What made you take this decision was personal revenge, loss of a loved one, wanderlust, being forced out of your home, lust for money and power. You know what? My father was executed because he was part of the local lord's guard. I became a poacher, so my father was executed as punishment because they couldn't get their hands on me, so this is going to be personal revenge. Only you know exactly what caused you to give up your old life and become an adventurer. Still, it was not a difficult choice for you to leave. The rage burned brightly in your heart. You want vengeance. You want justice. What is done to you cannot be undone, and these debts can only be paid in blood. Become an adventurer and ride your destiny. Okay, so we're gonna go allow me to quit without saving, just so I can save the game in between episodes. Alright, so character sheet, whole bunch of skills here, attributes and weapon proficiencies. We're gonna go with the name Raven. No last name, just Raven, because it's close to Crane. Okay, so all of these here, you can see in this area here when I mouse over, base attribute strength, agility, intelligence, charisma. So if you ever played any kind of tabletop RPG or anything like that, it's very similar. Wow, I'm an idiot. Huh, okay. So some of these have it says like personal skill up in the top right. Some of them have party skill, so you can acquire other people, and if they have, say, a better trade skill than me, then it would be the party skill over mine. So the highest person in the party would be doing the trading. However, horse archery is a personal skill. I can't have other people shoot from horseback for me. Okay, leadership is good. I'm not going to worry about surgery, wound treatment. Hopefully we can find someone for that. Trainer, looting, horse archery. The one thing I do know is I should have started with a bow. I believe I start with a bow and a horse. So we're going to go power draw to increase damage. Horse archery. So you put into these, it increases the max, but if you put into intelligence, it actually gives you more skill points to work with. So we're going to do that. Another into power draw. 2 more skill points, 2 more attributes. We're going to take a level in prisoner management, because that allows me to take prisoners for every level. Looting increases the amount of loot obtained by 10% per level of the skill. You know what, we're going to do just base looting. And 3 points. Agility, intelligence, and agility again. So we're going to be deadly with the bow, and we're going to put all our weapon points into archery. So, the skills that we have: Iron Flesh, each point increases hit points by 2, Power Strike, increases melee damage by 8%, we don't have Power Throw, Power Draw, more powerful bows, each point up to 4+ requirements of the bow. Okay, increases damage by 14%, so that's good. Weapon Master. Makes easier to learn weapon proficiencies. Limits go 60. Okay, so if we ever want to put our archery up higher, levels in Weapon Master will be good. We don't have shield skill. Athletics, running speed. Riding is riding speed. Horse archery reduces damage and accuracy penalties for archery or throwing from horseback. Looting, I already said that. Trainer. Every day, each hero with the skill adds some experience to every other member in the party. We'll get into that in a minute. Tracking, so you can actually track enemy units, find tracks on the map. Spotting, party seeing range. We'll probably need that too. Inventory management, so more inventory. Wound treatment, surgery, we'll get into all that too. Prisoner management, leadership, and trade. So we're kind of all over the board here, but hopefully we can pick up some party members that will help us. Adjust character's face, and I could go through all this here. But we're just going to randomize until we get something passable. Man, what a bunch of fugly looking... You know what? Yeah, we're going to go with that. There's certainly worse faces. You hear about Calradia. I was right. A land torn between rival kingdoms battling each other for supremacy. Wow. That was bad. A haven for knights and mercenaries, cutthroats and adventurers, all willing to risk their lives in pursuit of fortune, power, or glory. In this land, which holds great danger and even greater opportunities, you believe you may leave your past behind and start a new life. You feel that finally you hold the key to your destiny in your hands, free to choose as you will, and that whatever course you take, great adventure will await you. Drawn by the stories you hear about Calradia and its kingdoms, Okay, so these are all the different kingdoms, and I can choose to start where I want. Let's see. Praven, the kingdom of Swadia. Ravaden, so my pronunciation of these is gonna be horrible. Ravaden, the kingdom of the Vagars. Tulga, the Kurgit Khan. Kante. Sargoth, kingdom of the Nords. Jakala, kingdom of the Rodoks. Shiraz, the Saradan Sultanate. Well, you know what? Myself, being of German and Norwegian descent, I'm gonna have to go with Sargoth, kingdom of the Nords. It's gonna be snowy, and I like cold weather. You took passage with a trading longship, carrying Griffalcons from the furthest reaches of the north to be bartered for linen and wool. It sailed early in the season. It sailed early in the season, but the master reckoned that the risks of drifting ice and later winter storms would be justified by arriving ahead of the Sea Raiders, who by April would be sailing forth from their island lairs to ravage Calradia's coasts. It was some relief when your ship came in sight of the delta of the Vil and Bullock rivers, and a short while later rode past the tidal flats and coastal marshes to the city of Sargoth, home to the Sea Raiders' distant kinsmen, the Nordic lords, who a few generations ago carved themselves a kingdom in this rich but troubled land. You are exhausted by the time you find the inn in Sargoth and fall asleep quickly. However, you awake before dawn and are eager to explore the surroundings. You venture into the streets, which are still deserted. All of a sudden you hear a sound that stands the hairs of your neck on end, the rasp of a blade sliding from the scabbard. So this is where we begin. The game's not very beautiful. Yep. Okay, I'm going to explain combat in a minute after I'm out of danger. So basically... Oh, headshot. Okay. So yeah, the game is alright. The people look like crap. Are you alright? Well, I guess you're alive, at any rate. I'm not sure that we can say the same for the other fellow. No, because I shot him in the damn face. That's one less thief to trouble our streets at night. Although heavens know he won't be the last. Anyway, you might help me with something. Let's talk more inside. Out here, we don't know who's listening. Okay. Merchant takes you into his house. Once inside, he stands by the door for a while, checking the street, and then finally, convinced you have not been followed, comes near you to speak. Yeah, so again, the graphics aren't great, but the whole idea here is I'm just a young man starting out on my own, and this is sort of your first quest line. Ooh, that was a little, poltergeist demonic, the way he just kind of pivoted. Like I said, Paradox, the gameplay is much better than the graphics, to be honest. Anyway. Now, let me explain my proposition. The text. We've always had brigands in the hills, driven to banditry by our war, debt, or love of violence. Recently, however, they've been getting bolder, leaving their camps in the wild and venturing into town, looking for unwary prey. The watch commander tells us it's because of all the fighting on the frontiers, few men to keep an eye on the streets. But I'm not sure what to make of that. It seems to me that the most logical explanation is that these bandits have an ally inside the walls, who helps them enter unnoticed and helps them identify particularly tempting targets. Last week, you see, they took my brother. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know what my brother was thinking, a lad from a prominent house, out alone after dark in times like these. Well, if he's got money, never mind, we're not going to go into that. Well, I suppose you were too, but you're a stranger here and didn't know how bad things have become. He had no such excuse. But he's family, so what can you do? If you don't protect your kin, then people will start to think that you can't protect your investments. Wow, that's... Can't protect your investments either, and I can't have that. No doubt the gang will soon send word about his ransom, but I don't care to pay it. Dude's ruthless. So here's my proposition. You look like you've had a bit of experience with the blade. And more importantly, you must have a bit of fire in your belly or you wouldn't be coming to Kelradia to seek your fortune. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Gather a small party, track down these bandits to their lair, teach them a lesson they won't forget, and get my brother back. Oh, is that all? In return, you'll earn my everlasting gratitude and a bit of silver. What do you say? Well, you know, that's why I'm here. Oh, 100 dinar, collect 5 men. Okay. You won't be able to do this by yourself, though. If you try to take on the whole gang single-handedly, the hunter will become the hunted, I'll warrant. You'll first want to round up a group of volunteers. There are always a few lads in villages around here looking for a bit of work that's more than interesting than tilling soil and hauling water. They'll follow you if you pay. So take this purse of 100 dinars, consider it an advance on your reward. Go around to the villages and use the money to hire some help. I'd reckon that you need at least 5 men to take on those bandits. Very good, sir. I'll collect some men from around the villages. I've decided that that's my voice. Good. You can find me again at the tavern here in Sargoth after you got your group together. Then we'll speak about what to do next. Taking your first quest, press Q at any time. Okay. So this is... Ooh, deserters. That's not good. So this is the game. Basically, there are a bunch of different kingdoms. The Nords are blue. The Vagars are the grayish. Swadia is the puke brown. Rhodox is green. The Kurgit, Kante are the purple, and the Saranids, Sultanate are the yellow. So they're all vying for land, they're going to be fighting. It's all upper politics right now, which I can get involved in, but not yet, because I am just a nobody. So, the first thing, we're going to go to our collect 5 men. Given by the merchant Sargoth. I want you to collect at least 5 men. Speak with him. Okay, he's in the tavern at Sargoth. So I can just do whatever I want. I don't have to go complete this quest. I can just screw around as much as I want. Let's go to the inventory. We have a shield. We're going to put that on our backs for now. We have some furs and some dried meat. A bow, 2-handed axe. I want to replace that. I'm not a big fan. Coat, hide boots, horse. Okay. Again, character attributes. We've done that already. Party. We don't have anybody yet, but you can see here in the party skills, trade, spotting, tracking, looting. So if we get more people... Anyway, so to the first village, Frenada. Overland map, left click. Yes, that's... Yeah, and these deserters were chasing me. So, we're going to go into Frenada, recruit volunteers, 2 Nord recruits. Why not? And we can buy grapes. We have to keep everybody fed. So, but we only have 140. Grapes are going to cost 60, 32, 60, yeah. And that's the thing too. So I haven't gotten into this yet. Hopefully in this playthrough I will. But you can like buy land, buy textile mills, buy blacksmiths, and you know, make money. So if you don't want to really be a leader and a warrior, you can do more of the trade. And when it comes to battle, you don't have to fight. You can actually command your soldiers. So I'm kind of big on the personal combat. Next, Valyeg. I don't think that's, yeah. Sea Raiders. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. Okay. So if I mouse over, just to show you guys. So Sea Raiders, 17 in the party. You can see that running from Jarl. That's their speed. Each unit has their own strengths and that kind of thing. I know that Sea Raiders are generally like a second tier opponent, and there's just 3 of us, so we would get shellacked. Jarl Turia. Let's go have a chat with him. Do I know you? My name is Raven. My name is Raven. I'm at your service. I am Jarl Turia, vassal of the Kingdom of the Nords and the Lord of Telrog Castle and Rizi. Well, I have not heard of you, but you have the look of someone who might make something of himself someday. Well, thank you, Jarl. And this is the thing, like, I can chat with him based on personal diplomacy. I can ask him things in private. I can do missions for him. I can deliver my demands and, you know, fight him. You know, my 3 to his, what, 120... Yeah, 123 men, which are, yeah, really strong. Anyway, let's just go to this next village and round up a few more people. So this is the thing, too. Like, I can take hostile actions. I can loot villages. I can go to the village center and talk with the elder, which I can get missions there, so specific villages will like me more. That is a lot of looters that I'm not actually interested in fighting yet. But, no, that's a 13. I thought that was a 3. I'll fight 7 looters, though. What do you want? Surrender or die, scum. As you wish, prepare to die. So this is what I love about this game. It is third-person or first-person combat. I can change the view, but I get to command my troops. So we are going to sit right here. Wait, buddy, thank you. All right. You can see they're coming from there. Whoa. Whoa. And I can bring up this map here and, like, move people by flags and things. Once you get bigger armies, that's more important. Not quite. I do have a limited amount of arrows. Hey! I hit him! I should be able to take this fight. Obviously, this position would be a lot more advantageous if my men had any kind of ranged weapon. They're throwing rocks at me! Yeah, filthy fucking peasants. Alright, charge! Goon them! Fuck them up! Whoops! Okay, definitely put an arrow in my own guy's back. Get him! Goon him! What are you doing? Ow! Stop that. So I'm not paying much attention, but there is the battle log. Okay, that was bad. I definitely shot my own man in the back. Okay. So, as for those of you that know my channel know, I like difficult games. So I've enabled friendly fire. There's a way that you can take like a quarter of the damage you normally would. I have it on half damage, which I might bump that up once I get further into the game. I'm pretty sure of the 1 killed and the 2 wounded, at least 66.6% of that is my doing. But we killed 7 looters. And now we get equipment. We're just going to take all this gear. Whoops. And we're going to go through it. So each weapon has their own advantages, disadvantages. You can see the swing there. That's the 29 damage, I think. Pretty sure that's what I've always been. So, I'm going to get rid of this chipped axe because it's two-handed, and I don't like two-handed weapons. And I'm going to put in the hatchet because I get a bonus against shields. We're going to put the wool cap on. 7. No, that gives me 10. 4, 10. So nothing better. So this is the thing. I used to play a game called Chivalry, and it's not bad. It's kind of that realistic medieval combat type thing. But the thing is, shields are, like, if you block with a shield, that's it. You're immortal behind that shield as long as it stays up. You'll lose stamina, however. Shields have hit points. So you can see the battered plain kite shield is 189 hit points. So I can take arrows and blows and that, but eventually my shield's going to break. So I can't just hide behind my shield the whole time. An axe will deal bonus damage against a shield. It doesn't do quite as much damage to... Like, it's not as much damage as a sword, but I can hack through shields better, which I do like. That, and they're generally fairly light. Okay, so that's that. 49 dinars. And we are not going to fight those looters there. So yeah, men can be upgraded. So as they gain experience, I can increase them along certain paths. Each nation has better... I'd have to look it up online, but I think the Nords have better, like, melee axemen, and some have better cavalry. Again, for the amount of time I've played this, I've never actually really delved that deep into it. You can also see here, morale is good. That's how much money we have, and it's going to cost me... I have to pay my men by the week, so this is 8. As I upgrade them, it's going to cost me 20 dinars to upgrade, and then the weekly cost goes up. Because they're getting better, they're going to want more money. You know, promotions and all that kind of thing. We're going to go to Quinn. Now, there were those deserters in the area, which I really don't want to fight. And Sea Raiders. I don't want to fight those Sea Raiders. So yeah, night happens as well. 3 looters. That's not worth my time. He's going to destroy them. Where was I? But yeah, like day-night cycles happen. You lose visibility and movement at night. Recruit volunteers. Okay. So we technically have completed this quest. We have our 5 men. We can go talk to them. But I'm one that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Get away. Get away. They are 2.4. Oh, shit. So we were moving at the same speed there. That was terrifying. So you can completely get screwed in this game. If you get into a couple of bad fights, you get captured, they take your stuff, and then it's going to be really hard to continue from there. We're going to go up and around the forest, and hopefully we don't run into them again. So this is the thing. I was moving at 5.7 before. Now I'm moving at 5.5, because obviously the larger the army you have, the harder it is for you to all move together. Nord-trained footmen. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to beat that. Not yet, anyway. I wonder. Tell me about your journey. Demand something. Nah, I'm not going to bother. So that's the thing. You can actually end up like... What are you? Looters. 4 looters. Let's goon them, boys. If you're at war with... So you can actually join up with kingdoms. And I don't know who I'm going to join up with yet. It entirely depends by the time I get to that point. But you can, like, raid other kingdoms' caravans, loot villages, things like that. Looter. What do you want? As you wish. Prepare to die. 12 men fit for battle. And we are going to take the high ground over here. So it says at the very beginning, like, charge enemy, and that's all I have. That's because I have 0 tactics right now. If I increase my tactics, I can actually set out, like, infantry will advance 20 paces, archers will advance 10 paces, and I can actually set up battle lines from the beginning of the battle. Where are they? There they are. I see them. And still no range. That's okay. There's only 4 of them. Holy crap! I'm not doing too bad with this bow. We're just gonna soften them up a bit before we get close. Charge! And we'll go around the right side here. Oh, shit, I forgot. Get him! Headshot. There you go. Good job, man. Good job. We killed 4 looters. 22. Yep. So it's kind of the Diablo style of, like, you know, they have better pants, I take their pants kind of thing, but 3 to leg armor, that's not good. But we're going to take all this. Why not? We're going to take a bunch of stones. I'm concerned about those deserters. Nord Footman. 4 ready to upgrade. 4 of 11. We're gonna head back to the city. Yeah, see, now these are tracks here. So I can tell which way. These are mine. These are popping up, but larger tracks, larger force. The more I put into tracking, I can actually get detailed information about parties and things like that. It's actually really useful. Alright. And I can speed it up just a little bit. We're gonna... Whoops. No, that'd be locked right now. Yeah, we have all this stuff. Crossbows, shields, swords. Serenade Cavalry Sword. Ooh, yeah, 4,000 gold, though. Too rich for my blood. So we are gonna sell off all this crap. Let's look at the armor real quick, because I don't have any gloves. 175. Yeah, that's most of my money. I can't. Battered mail coif for 100. I wish I could. No, I can't justify it right now. We're going to visit the tavern. Hired blade. Yeah, so this is the thing too, like, do you have need for mercenaries? Me and 1,300. Yeah, sounds good, but I can't afford to hire any of you. Sorry, I don't need. So you can come into taverns and buy men. You don't have to level everybody up, but generally, like, he would be fantastic on the field, but they're fucking expensive. Book merchants, will deal with him later. Very well, I shall hunt for the bandits. Oh, sorry. Splendid work. You've hired enough men to take on the bandits. Now, travelers entering Sargoth have told us that there's a small group of robbers lurking outside the town. I suspect that they are all from the same band, the one that took my brother. Hunt them down and defeat them, and make them disclose the location of their lair. Very well, I shall hunt for the bandits. Okay. And we will step outside the city walls. There. Band of robbers. What do you want? I've been looking for you. Tell me where you keep your prisoners, and I'll let you go. Ha! Those prisoners are only going free if they've paid the ransom. Did you bring any silver? No, but I brought steel. Yeah, why not? 11 to their 4. We're going to set up on this hill right here. Actually, let's set up here. Here they come. Alright, boys. This is what we've trained for. Let's make this one a little more interesting. I gotta chill. I love this game. Aha! Take that, you fool! Missed. So obviously, the harder I'm riding, etc., the more the reticle... Ow! Bastard! The more the reticle's gonna zoom out, the harder it is for me to aim. That just makes sense. Gotcha. Everyone charge! And now! Take that! Look behind you! Tried to warn you. So I will give you guys a better idea. Aye, spare me! Spare my life! Let me go! I'll go far away from here and learn an honest trade, and you'll never hear from me again. I don't believe you. I'll spare your life, but in exchange, I want information. Either you or your mates kidnapped the brother of a prominent merchant in town. Tell me where you're hiding him, and give me your word that you'll stop troubling the people of these parts and you can go free. Oh, bless you, sir, bless you. We've done the lad no harm. We've been keeping him in our hideout near... Fenada. Yeah. I'll describe the area in detail, so there's no mistaking it. More rocks. Nope. A hardened woolen cap. Okay. So this is what I mean by this game. There are a few things that are kind of... but... I still love it. 5 people willing to upgrade. You know what? Let's do it. Let's get some Nord footmen. So they're going to be a lot tougher. So actually, if any of you are interested, tell me about yourself. So like strength 9, 6, 5, and those are the stats. Wait, you have throwing skill, but you don't have anything to throw. Nothing, keep moving. Yeah, so better agility. I think it's a higher power strike. Like, the stats change on them. Keep moving, soldier. Okay. And that was the kidnapper's hideout. Bum, bum, bum. Village farmers. I don't want to attack them. I can, but then the Kingdom of the Nords is not going to like me. Ooh, looted. You approach the hideout. The looters don't appear to have spotted you yet. You could still sneak away unnoticed. The difficult approach to the site down the narrow defile means that only a handful of troops in your party will be able to join you in the attack, and they will be unable to bring their horses. Damn it, I'm going to be on foot. If the initial attack fails, the looter will easily be able to make their escape and disperse. Do you wish to attack the hideout or wait for another occasion? No guts, no glory. Follow me, boys, follow me. I think that's a couple of Nord footmen. 1. We have 1 Nord footman, and all the rest are recruits. So this is the thing, like, it's a little weird. You can walk up like sheer cliffs, but it's a lot slower doing so. So again, it ain't exactly The Witcher 3 graphically and all that, but... Damn it. Damn it. Those guys popping up in my... Well, that'll fix them. So that's the thing with the archery too. The longer I hold this, because it's hard to hold a bow, right? Such a neat little touch. And crossbows don't have that, obviously. And wapow. Right in the chest. Should really be paying attention. So the way this works is they can pop out anywhere. Oh, and this is one of the best things. You can actually, like, pick up weapons and shields and arrows off the people that you defeat. It's such a neat touch. Let's see if we can get this guy. Thunk. No. I do have to keep an eye because I only have 18 arrows left. And I have taken some damage. Ack! Stay here. God damn it, that's disorienting. And again, you can game the AI a little bit here too, which, as some of you guys know, I'm not a huge fan of. Whoop. Those rocks were very close to me and my face. No! Jimmy! He's a Nord, it wouldn't be Jimmy, but whatever. The Nord footman's going in by himself. Get out there, you fools! Help him! No! Well, I wouldn't exactly call it a clean operation. Oh, shut up. You too, Bob. Thank you, sir, for rescuing me from those fiends. Did my brother in Sargoth put you onto their track? Yes, I told him that I would find you. I advise you to return to your family as quickly as you can, and be careful on the road. With their retreat cut off, the looters fall one by one to your determined attack. Their hideouts and ill-gotten gain are now yours. Holy crap. Okay, this is a pretty good haul. 11? I'll take those. How about this? 24, 22. Better nomad armor. Rocks. Always rocks. How's the hand axe? 22, mine's 23. So then we'll just take all this crap with us. We gotta go back to Sargoth anyway. Whoops. And yeah, that's the end of my inventory. So I don't have a huge inventory space. Soldiers are ready to upgrade. Let's get another footman. Looted, looted, looted. Okay, so there's a lot of wars going on. Join tournament. So that's another thing that we can get into, but we're not going to talk about that yet. We're going to go to the tavern. Mercenary crossbowman. Very tempting. We do need a range component to our unit. So far all we have is... Okay, merchant. Ooh, 200 dinars. Well, my brother is home safe. I'm not sure what to do with him. Maybe pack him off to a university outside Calradia. That way, if he gets knocked on the head in a street brawl, no one can say it's my fault. Dude. But that's not your problem. Here's the rest of your well-earned... The money is most welcome. I'm glad to have been of service. Now, are you interested in making some more money? Possibly. What do you need? Remember how I told you the bandits had an ally inside the walls? I think I know who it is. The captain of the watch, no less. Some months ago, this captain, seeing the amount of profit we merchants were making from trade across the frontiers, decided to borrow some money to sponsor a caravan. Unfortunately, like many who are new to commerce, he failed to realize that great profit comes with great risk, so he sank all his money into the most expensive commodities, and of course the caravan was captured and looted, and he lost everything. As a consequence, it seems our captain has turned to villainy to recoup his fortune. I suppose I'd do the same if, the heavens forbid, I ever faced indebtedness and ruination. Now, any watch captain worth his salary will have a few thieves and robbers on his payroll to inform on the rest, but our captain decides to employ these bastards wholesale. Wow. He brings them into the town and lets them do as they will and takes his share of their take. You've heard of poachers turning gamekeepers? No. No, I've never heard about that. Well, in the unfortunate land of Calradia, sometimes gamekeepers will turn poacher. Lucky there are still a few brave, honest souls to watch, on the watch, who've told me how he works. Oh boy, buddy. Now here's the plan. I could bring it to the attention, Lord of the City, but that would mean inquiry, my word against the captains, and witnesses can be bought and evidence destroyed. And maybe the whole thing will be forgotten if the enemy comes across the border again, and that all I get for my trouble is a knife in the ribs. In a time of war, you see the king's eye wanders far from his domain, and his subjects suffer. So I've got another idea. I've got a small group of townsfolk together, some of the men in my employ and some who have lost their relatives to these bandits, and we'll storm the captain's home and bring him in chains before King Ragnar. Hopefully with a few captured bandits to explain how things stack up. All I need is someone to lead my army into battle. Ugh, can't think of anyone better than you, so what do you say? How do I know that you're telling the truth? Well, I suppose it's possible that I found dozens of bandits who are willing to give up their lives to give a passing stranger a false impression of the life in old Sargoth. Well, I guess you really can't know if my word is good, but I reckon you've learned by now the money is good, and that there's another 100 dinars, maybe a bit more, that's waiting for you if you'll do me this last little favor. What do you say? So the thing is, I've done this quest before, and generally I get horribly mooked. So I'm going to hold off on it. I need time to think. Alright, you can keep my men. I can keep my men standing by. If you let this go too long, then I suppose that I will have to finish this affair without you. But I'd be most pleased if you continue to be part of it. For now, take the time that you need. So I will come back to this quest later, once I am a little more leveled up. But anyway, as I didn't set a timer, I don't know how long this video has gone. That's the first quest done, a general impression of the game, and we'll get more into it later. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me in Calradia, and hopefully we'll do more of this soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.